so today's video is going to be yet another makeup and chill Fridays. I'm going to be diving into the Becca Jaclyn Hill palette today, and I'm going to use a little bit of the Milani Pure Passion palette. So I'm just going to prime my eyes, and before I do anything, I just want to tell you guys, I'm sorry for the state of my skin right now. It is like clearing up a little bit more. These blemishes, developed on like Monday or Tuesday, and they've been taking like a few days to clear up, so I'm sorry about that. I noticed them on my face on like Monday. I'm kind of really annoyed about it, but because I thought my skin was doing better lately, because I've been using the vitamin C and the retinol, so I thought that those would help my skin not break out as much. But yeah, so sorry in advance. So I'm just going to be priming my eyes. I am getting ready to see my boyfriend at some point. I just don't know what time. That's usually how these videos go, though, because he usually stops answering me or he doesn't tell me what time I'm coming. So I guess I'll text him in like an hour and tell him like that I want to come over, because I haven't seen him since Monday, and usually I see him every Friday. So I'm just going to take the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter, the light powdery side, and I'm going to set my eyes. Okay, so that's about it for that. So I don't work until tomorrow. And Fridays I usually never work, because I tell her usually that I'm not available to like close. So I only have 2 shifts, Saturday and Sunday, and then I'm off until where the heck is my brush? Here it is. So the benefit about cleaning your brushes a couple of days ago is that you always have another clean brush if you use 2 eyeshadow brushes. So I'm just going to dip into ColourPop's Firefly real quick to use as my transition shade. And that's the only ColourPop shadow I'm really going to be using today. So I'm just going to take that and just put it as my transition. It's such a light shade, and it's just so easy to use as like a light shade for these type of looks. Because you guys know I pretty much do very simple looks for Makeup and Chill Fridays. It's just, you know, a chance for me to sit down and chat with you guys, and just, if you're doing your makeup, I feel like it's kind of a way to do your makeup with like a friend. And I don't know if that sounds like lonely or anything, but like honestly, when I'm watching other people do their makeup while I'm doing my makeup, feels like I'm just watching a friend or doing my makeup with a friend. So I don't know if that's weird or anything. Let me know if you guys feel the same way, because like I don't get ready with anybody, so I like watching makeup videos while I'm doing my makeup, you know, it's just a thing. Obviously I don't do it when I'm filming, but I just like watching them because it makes me feel like inspired, and also it just makes me feel like I'm just doing my makeup with like one of my girlfriends. So I did get my hair cut yesterday. I will show you guys the length when I'm done. Kind of need to fix it a little bit, but I got my hair cut by my friend Alicia, and I really love how she cuts my hair. But she didn't even want me to pay her that she cut my hair. Like, she didn't want me to pay her for it. I'm like, girl, like, because I came over her house because she actually moved out of her parents' house, and she actually lives super close to me now. She lives like less than 5 minutes away. She lives like, literally if I go down my street, turn on the side street, and then go up that street, her house is right there. Like, it takes less than 5 minutes. So I'm glad that she lives really close to me now, because it's like super easy to get to her house. So I went over her house for her to cut my hair yesterday, and I think she did a great job as usual. I really love how she cuts my hair. I think that's actually enough. It's not like we really need a super transition-y shade today. It's not like we're doing that much. So I'm going to go into the Becca Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm mostly going to be using the mattes in here because I've used the Milani mattes like a few times now, but I want to use the other shimmers that I haven't used on my lid yet. So I thought that would be a better way of using both of the palettes that I need to use. So I'm going to go into this palette and I'm going to take the pinkier shade right here and I'm going to use that as my crease shade, and that one's called Cordial. Because I would have used single shadows, but I haven't used this palette in a while, so I really wanted to whip it out and use it today. And I figured that this would just be an easier way to incorporate both palettes into my look, which I don't normally do that, because like I actually love the lid shades in this palette, but since there's other shades that I have to use from Milani, I figured just to use both, and I'll probably just use one shade from Milani, and I'll probably use like one of these shades on my inner corners from the Becca palette. But I thought it would just be a nice, soft, easy look. Because I've used the Milani mattes every single time I use the palette. And I've used the palette like 3 times now. I did just pick it up on Monday, so I've been able to test it out like 3 times. So, because I was also still trying to use the Beauty Bakery palette, so I've actually tested out all the shades in that palette now. But I still have to go back and use my throwback palettes, because I have gotten quite a few palettes recently. And I have to like test those out. So it's kind of a little bit overwhelming, but at the same time, like, you guys know I'm such a nut about testing out new eyeshadow formulas, so what are you guys up to this weekend? My spring break is actually this week, this coming week. So like it pretty much officially started yesterday because I don't have class on Thursdays, so I have pretty much like 10 days off because I have Monday through Sunday off. And then I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I have like 11 days off from school. So it's pretty good. So that's it for, I'm just going to do it very lightly. I just feel like these shades are coming off very light today. But that's kind of what the vibe I was going for anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to use my Real Techniques brush because that one is also clean as well. If I could find it. That's not the right brush. I'm going to use this brush because it is clean, and I'm going to go into the brown shade, which is called Cognac. And I'm going to put that in my crease. This is my defining shade. See, like when I start using the Too Faced brush, it really does spoil me on how the eyeshadow looks. But yeah, I'm going to use this just because we're not doing too much to the crease today. Like, it doesn't really matter if this color is a little bit more pigmented than the other ones. But yeah, I haven't used this palette in a while, and I just really wanted to use it today. Oh my god. So, the light is like, why is this driving me nuts right now? Okay, we're going to put this on this side because I don't know why it's even on this side. I never put my eyeshadow there. Because obviously I'm a righty, and I'm like feeling like it's a challenge for me to dip my brush into my eyeshadow like that, so yeah. But I've always liked this palette, and I use it when I can. Okay, this brush is just too big for me. I've gotten so used to the Too Faced brush that like I'm just like over this Real Techniques brush now. I swear to God, if I could find my makeup brushes, my looks would go so much faster, but for some reason it's so hard for me to find my damn makeup brushes half the time, but I don't know. It's a struggle to be me sometimes, I swear. But yeah, I really like how she cut my hair. I think she did a really good job, of course. feel like these are just not even really applying. I just feel like everything's kind of just fading off my lid. But I guess we'll make it work. So I'm just going to take the darker shade called Bordeaux, and I'm going to put that on my outer corners. Just doing a really simple, like, cool tone look today. Nothing too crazy. But I do want a little bit of definition on my outer corners. Usually I skip this step, but since I have so much damn time today, I might as well just do it. It's not like I'm really doing anything right now. I'm just waiting. I'm just killing time until he texts me to tell me when I'm coming over. Like, I could have worked today, though. Like, I'm kind of annoyed because he takes so long to text me on Fridays now. It's just kind of annoying. And then he'll text me randomly at like 4:30 and be like, when are you coming? And I'll be like, well, you took like 2 hours to answer. Why would I be on my way? Like, he always just expects me to show up. And I'm just like, well, you're never ready half the time when I just show up. Not that he really needs to be ready for anything, but like, it's just a little bit annoying. I'm just going to take that brown shade again and just work that into the crease a little bit more. And I'm going to also take that pink shade again and just put that in the crease a little bit more. But I don't know. This look is not like my best, but I don't really care today. I'm just like throwing on makeup. I really don't give a shit. So for my glitter primer, I'm just going to take that and prime my lids and I'll be back. Alright, so I got the glitter primer on. So for my lid shade, I'm just going to go into the Milani palette. And I'm going to take, I'm not sure if I'm going to take like one of the pinker shimmery shades or just take the standard champagne-y kind of lid shade. Because I'm kind of dying to use that on my lid. But I think I'm going to take this middle shade right here and I'm going to put that all over my lid. It just looks so pretty. And I'm probably going to use the more champagne-y shade over the weekend. So I'm going to take this like dual chromey kind of pink shade. These Milani eyeshadows are so beautiful. Like, you have no idea how gorgeous these are. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how good they are. Kind of thinking about putting that other shade right on the inner part of my lid. Because I've been kind of doing that lately. And that way I can kind of test out like 2 shades instead of 1. But I'm kind of hella lazy today, so I'm just going to cover the whole lid. Because that shade is so beautiful. Like, I am literally so impressed with this Milani palette. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how good this palette is. I feel like it's such a struggle to get my eyeshadow on the inner parts of my lid now. Even though I'll like put glitter glue on, it still takes me a century to actually get that on. I just can't go a day without putting shimmer on my lid. Like, I just love it. Okay, so we got that on. I'm not gonna like kill myself over getting it on my... And then I'm just gonna take the brow bone highlight in here, this shade right here. And the one I put on my lid is called Pink Sand, and the brow bone highlight is called Truth or Bear. So I'm just gonna use that and pop it on my brow bone. I don't know if you think this is a little bit weird using 2 different palettes, but I gotta use the shades. I think I'm gonna use one of the shades from the Becca palette on my inner corners now because I already used this one all over my lid. And that way we'll be able to utilize both palettes. I think that shade is like super peachy on my brow bone. I don't know why it's coming out so peach. Okay, so I'm going to go clean up my under eyes a little bit. I'm just going to take that outer corner shade one more time and that crease shade and darken them up a little. But I feel like sometimes when you put on certain eyeshadows, like you have to wait for them to actually look good when like the look is complete. Like now I actually really like my eye look. I was about to say my eyeball. And I do have a first impression in this video. I did get a new face palette today, so I'm going to be testing that out today. So let me go clean up my under eyes and wet my makeup sponge, and then we'll work on the face. Okay, so for my face, I'm just going to spray my usual primer spray, the NYX one. I love this spray. And then for my primer, I've been loving this primer. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin. So I'm just going to take that. Oh shit, that is a lot. Damn, kind of just all squirted out at once. Shit, that's like way too much. I'm gonna wipe like half of that off. I mean, it's not really a waste because I just picked up a backup. So I just didn't expect that much to squeeze out of the bottle. Damn it. I'm always like wanting to take a break from foundation, but like since my skin is in such a bad state right now with the breakouts that like I feel like so much better with the foundation on. I just feel like very insecure about my breakouts right now. I'm just hoping they'll be cleared up soon. And you know, the primer does help as being like a protective layer against the foundation. Oh, getting like oily shit all over my hands. So I didn't eat lunch yet, but I'm seriously not even that hungry. I'm getting a little bit hungry now, but I just don't really typically eat lunch just because I'm never really that hungry around this time of day. All I had was waffles, so around like 3 hours ago, so yeah. Who texted me? Oh. Okay, so for my foundation, I'm just going to take the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick in the shade Opal 01. I know I used this a lot in my Makeup and Chill Fridays recently, but this is usually when I use it is on days where I have lighter makeup, and I've just been enjoying this foundation so much because it's so lightweight. Oh my god, my hands are so hella greasy from that primer. Shiza. I can barely open this tube because like the oil from the primer like got all over it. Okay. So I'm just going to take that, and I'm not really worried about this drying on my face because it's a very hydrating foundation, so it's very light coverage. So honestly, it doesn't really build up too much, to be honest. I mean, I just said honestly and to be honest. But it's just so easy to blend. I really haven't been using any other foundations besides the 5 foundations I recently picked up. I'm also trying out the Maybelline foundation. I think I tried that out in my last Get Ready With Me. I don't know. Was that in my last Makeup and Chill Fridays? It might have been. It just doesn't cover that much, but like it's just so easy to use that like for like someone that doesn't really like super makeup-y foundation, this is like a really nice one. Okay, so I'm gonna do the neck first, just because see, it's getting that fucking smell already. I'm gonna smell this when I'm done. Because I notice like with stick foundations, they start to get this really weird funky smell. And I really don't know why. I guess it's just because it's a stick foundation. Okay, so I just applied a really light layer of that. Like, it's really nothing too crazy. It blends out like right away. is a really beautiful foundation. I mean, it's extremely light, so that's why I really love it for really, really light makeup days. So that's it for that. I'm going to let the concealer do its work and just, yeah. It has a little bit of a smell, but not as bad as the Wet n Wild one, so I don't know why they start smelling a little bit weird. So for the concealer, I'm going to go back to one of my old favorites, because I've been testing out the e.l.f. and the NYX one. This one I just really want to use today. I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. It's been one of my favorites for a long time. In the shade Fair. It's just so good. It's so creamy and beautiful, and I just love it. Oh shit, that's a lot. Whoopsie. I think that's all we're going to do for that. I'm just going to blend it out. I feel like there was something else I wanted. Oh, yeah. I just ordered a bunch of stuff from ColourPop yesterday because they launched their Disney Villains collection. So they literally launched like 5 collections in the past like week, and it's like kind of ridiculous. It's starting to get a bit ridiculous. I was like a bit ridiculous with their new launches. Because like I feel like they don't give you a moment to breathe. And yes, I probably could have waited to get this stuff, but the Disney freak in me and the ColourPop freak in me is just like, I need it. So I ordered an eyeshadow palette. I got 3 things from the spring collection. I got the Spring Sweet Talk palette. I got one of the Jelly Much eyeshadows, which I've never actually tried the Jelly Much formula, so I'm kind of super excited to try those. I haven't ordered any eyeshadow from ColourPop since the Disney Princess palette, so I did not get the Disney Villains palette. I ordered other stuff from the collection. I got one of the lipsticks from the spring collection as well, and then from the Disney collection, I got the Hades lipstick. I got the Jelly Much eyeshadow Corella one. I got the Maleficent highlighter, because of course I had to get something from Maleficent, because she's my favorite villain. And I got the coinciding lip gloss from Maleficent as well. I wasn't going to get one of the glosses, but they just looked so pretty, and I kind of wanted an individual piece from like each thing that they released with the collection. So originally I was going to get the Maleficent set, but then I was just like, I'm really not going to use the lipstick that much from that set, because it's like a pink lipstick, and I'm just like, I know myself that I'm not going to use it. I'm going to bake a little bit with the Thrive Cosmetics powder. You guys know this has been like my absolute favorite powder for the past like couple weeks. This is like the only thing I've been using underneath my eyes. And I'm just going to tap it very lightly underneath my eyes. But I'm going to try and get as much powder as possible. But it's just so easy to use. And I don't really need a bake with this concealer. It's a pretty good concealer with not creasing. That's why it's one of my favorites. So now I'm going to grab my face powder and everything. Just give me a sec. Okay, so I'm just going to set my face really quick with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder Foundation. Because I should use this up. I've just been taking forever and a day to use it up because it's one of my favorite powders. And I just don't want it out of my collection. But I really should try and use it up, so I'm going to use that today. It's just really hard for me to stray away from my Charlotte Tilbury. But this one is still a beautiful powder as well. Like, look how pretty that is. It is just so beautiful in the skin. And you can use as much as you want, and it never looks like too much, but I really got to use this up. And then I'm just going to apply my eyeliner, because it's really not like something that I have to apply afterwards. I'm just going to take my nude eyeliner from MAC in Risque. I feel like I got so much powder on my lap from that Thrive Cosmetics powder. I'm just going to line my waterline. I don't know if I'm going to smudge anything. I'm feeling pretty lazy. I don't think I'm going to smudge anything. I think I'm just going to do that. I just don't really feel like wearing anything underneath my eyes today. So I'm just going to wipe, oh, should I wipe away the bake already? I mean, I didn't really bake too much, so I'm just going to wipe that away. I didn't really bake. It's like already there. It's not really like that much bakeage. As you can tell, I didn't really wipe away anything, so yeah. That's really it for that. And now for the inner corners, I'm just going to take the Becca Jaclyn Hill palette, if I could, you know, move my stuff out of the way. And I'm just going to take the shade right here, and this one is called Chardonnay, and I'm going to put that on my inner corners. If I don't blind you guys enough, sorry. I always do that. Where is my inner corner brush? I love this shade. It's so pretty. So pretty. I'm just going to put that on my inner corners. Also, what I really, really love about the Milani palette is that there's honestly barely any transfer from the lid shades to the crease. Like, it's super ridiculous how well they work. Okay, if I could get this on my inner corners, that'd be cool. Oh, the shade is so pretty. Definitely need a little bit more. I always feel like this side never gets the pigment on correctly. It's so freaking annoying sometimes. Just want to blend that a little bit. Okay, that actually looks really pretty. Yeah, I think that's really it. But it's still not enough for me on this side. Like, you literally have to press it down with your finger in order to get the desired pigment that I want on this side. For some reason, it's just so much harder for my inner corners to pick up color on this side. I just want to... Alright, we'll probably clean it up in the bathroom if it's like still too much shimmer underneath my eyes. But now I'm just going to pretty much leave the eyes alone. I'll do mascara after I do my setting spray, because like I said, usually this mascara does transfer a hell of a lot. Do I want to blend my eyes again? I feel like I just need to take the Too Faced one. The Too Faced brush, if I could find it. Alright, you know what? We're just going to do that after this. I really want to just use this damn palette right now. So I just got this in the mail right now, like literally an hour ago. And this is the Cheekleaders Mini Bronze Squad Highlight, Contour, and Bronze Palette by Benefit. And I'm really, really excited to dive into this palette right now. So it comes with the Hoola Bronzer, this stunning highlight, and the Gold Rush blush. The highlight is called Cookie. So obviously you guys know, and I like how you can fold it over, but I have actually never used Hoola before. And I feel like it's going to be a good shade. It looks a tad bit dark, but I think it's going to be a good shade. This also has a really nice like scent to it. I'm not really sure what scent it is. I've never tried the Gold Rush blush, and I've never tried this because this is a palette exclusive. And I don't really remember Benefit ever really having too many highlights in their range. And Benefit just doesn't really come out with that many like innovative products in general. They're kind of a boring brand to me. But Jaclyn Hill did mention this in her favorites video, and honestly the highlighter looked so stunning on her that I was like, and I swatched this in the store, but they didn't have it in store. So I immediately ordered it because I was like, that highlight is just so gorgeous. And I did swatch the other palette, and I was just like, this highlight is just so much prettier. And they had like two things in that palette that I had already tried. They had the Dandelion blush, which I've already tried, and I think they had like the Hoola caramel. And I'm just like, I'm never going to use that. So we're going to dive into Hoola because I've never actually used it before. So we're going to try that out. I'm going to take very little and build it up. Okay, I like that. I'm actually getting pretty hungry now. Probably gonna eat some Funyuns before I do my lip. And I'm going to bronze up my forehead. This is actually a really nice bronzer. I've gotten so many bronzers lately though. Like I have this one, like I just got this one and I've never tried Hoola before. I'm probably like the last person on the planet to not have Hoola in my collection because I feel like everyone and their mom has tried Hoola. But it is really nice. It's like really light and easy to use. I'm actually really excited to use this blush. I think it's going to be so pretty with this look. It's kind of like a very highlighty kind of blush, but I'm here for it. I'm just so excited to use this highlighter. Okay, so that is the bronzer, and I actually really like it. I just want to build it up a little bit more. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. Very light. And then for the blush, I'm just going to take my Eco Tools blush brush. I was thinking about using this blush underneath before I put that blush on, so I think I'm going to do that because I haven't used this blush yet either, and I think it'd be really pretty with this look. So I'm going to take the Lime Crime Softwear Blush in the shade Hyperlink. I did receive these like a couple of days ago, and I have tried out the shade Wi-Fi a few times because it's more of a peachy tone blush. This is much more pink, so I'm going to do very little. I'm going to apply it, but the thing about these is that they're like a cream to powder blush, so they're kind of hard to pick up the product, but they're a lot softer than you think they would be. Yeah, see how soft that is? It just doesn't really apply too much. So I'm not like super worried that it was kind of really pink because I knew it wouldn't apply that much. But I don't know, like I feel like they're just kind of dry and they don't pick up enough product. Like I have to dig my brush in there just to get some of it out. I just feel like it kind of applies like unevenly. Like maybe I need a better brush to apply these. But most of like the cream to powder blushes that I have apply pretty easily, so I was just using it to test it out. So now I'm going to apply the Gold Rush. Oh my god, this is so sparkly. But that is actually really pretty. I don't know, I'm not too crazy about either of these blushes, to be honest. I don't think they really did much for my skin. But I do think that this helped a little bit. So I'm going to apply a little bit more. Because I feel like I really don't see too much color in person. But it looks good on the cheeks. It just looks a little tiny bit blotchy. And then for the highlights, I'm going to take Cookie. And I'm so excited to try this out. So let's take my Anastasia A23 brush, not blush, and apply this bad boy. Hopefully it'll be pigmented enough. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. Ooh, that's so pretty. Definitely need more. But that is stunning. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so beautiful. All right, so let's apply it to this side. That's actually really easy to apply. And it builds up really nicely. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Look how pretty that is. Yes! Applied some to my nose. And on Cupid's bow. Yes, I am using a different highlight today, but I have been actually rotating my highlighters pretty well lately, so bite me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Oh my god, that is so freaking beautiful. Yeah, that's definitely the star of this palette, 100. As I'm like digging my brush into the highlight, but that is definitely the star of the palette. That is really beautiful. So now I'm just going to set my face and do my brows really quick, so I'll be back. I'm just going to go grab it. I'm still going to set it and do that stuff on camera, so. I feel like this is the first time I've been like genuinely hungry in like days, because like I wasn't really that hungry yesterday, but like I feel like when I eat waffles I get really hungry. So now I'm just going to spray the Milani Make It Last setting spray to set my face, and then I'm just going to set my brows with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. I'm literally so lazy when it comes to my brows. Like all I do is brush through them and just set them with the brow gel. Like basically I only bought the L'Oreal Brow Stylist just for the spoolie, which is literally so lazy, but I just like don't care enough about my brows to really do them. Does anyone else feel that way? I'm just so lazy about it. Okay, now I'm just going to do my mascara real quick while my setting spray is still drying. So I'm just going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Length and apply that to my top and bottom lashes. I really don't know when I'm seeing him because he hasn't answered me in like an hour and a half now, and I'm kind of annoyed. But sometimes he'll just be cleaning and like not answer me, so I feel like I don't even have to reapply this highlight because it's just so intense. This blush like didn't really apply that well though. It's kind of like the only thing I'm really disappointed in. Like the software blushes are just very hard to pick up the product. Like I feel like they're too dry to be like a cream blush, and I feel like they're not really applying that well. Then I feel like they look good once your makeup is like done. Like I feel like I've been feeling like that about a lot of products lately. Like my makeup has to be done in order for it to look good. Alright, I think that's good. Just want to get rid of this mascara real quick. Okay, so now I'm just going to intensify the highlight. But look at that, it's so pretty, but you guys know I'm such a nut job about highlights, so I just want to apply a little bit more. I kind of want to just bathe myself in this. It's really so beautiful. It's giving me like serious Mary Luminizer vibes from the Balm, and that used to be like Jaclyn Hill's OG, so I feel like that's why she loves this highlight so much. And I just feel like it's ironic using the coinciding eyeshadow palette that she made with Becca. That was like the infamous Jaclyn Hill palette that everybody just hated. So yeah, that's the palette, and I really, really like it. Yeah, so I'm just going to eat something really quick, and then I'll do my lip. Okay, so for my lips, I wanted to go with a Bite Beauty lipstick, but I really want to wear this lip liner and lip gloss on camera for you guys because this is a newer lip liner to me. So I'm going to use the Lime Crime Velveteen's lip liner. in the shade Angel. This is such a beautiful lip liner, and it just applies so easily, so I wanted to use it on camera. It might be a little dark for the lipstick I'm using, but I don't care. It really doesn't bother me when lip liners are dark, or darker than the lipstick I'm using. But yeah, I was either going to go with a pinky shade or like a nude. Okay, so now for my lipstick, I'm going to use the Sephora Lip Stories lipstick in the shade Landing in Shanghai. I haven't used this really this much this year. I've only used it like once, so I really wanted to use it today. It's one of my favorite lipsticks, so I'm going to put this on. I think the last time I used this in a video was when I did like my first impressions of all the stuff that Chip got me. I might have used it in a Makeup and Chill Fridays at some point, but it's a really pretty like pale nude. And I'm like so annoyed at my boyfriend right now. Okay, so that is the lipstick. So okay, and then for the lip gloss, I'm just going to apply this Lime Crime Wet Cherry Ultra Shiny Lip Gloss. I just got this a couple of days ago too, and it's like the only gloss that I've been wearing. It's so pretty on the lips, and it has such a beautiful, like, juicy formula. This is what it looks like, and when I first got it, I'm like, why is this orange? Like, I thought it was going to be, like, a nude lip gloss, but it was, like, super orange, so I'm like, why is this orange? But when you apply it to the lips, it's really, like, more clear. I just want to wipe off the lipstick that I was wearing before. Like, it's already getting stained with, like, the new lipsticks that I've been wearing with it, so I'm going to apply this over top. I mean, even though this lipstick is already a little bit glossy because it's more of a cream finish, I'm just going to add a little bit. Oh my god, it's so good. I'm just going to add a really light layer. It's just so, like, comfortable and juicy. and I just really love it. Oh my god, so pretty. Alright, you guys, so this is pretty much the finished look. I'm not like obsessed with this blush. Like, honestly, it's kind of throwing the look off for me. It kind of like really took away from the bronzer when I applied the bronzer, and now it's basically just blush on my face. The eyeshadow looks great as usual. The lipstick looks great. I mean, I love this gloss and this lip liner and this lipstick. They're all like amazing. And the foundation and the concealer and the powder. The only thing I'm kind of disappointed by are the blushes. The highlight is stunning. Stunning. That is so beautiful. Like, I just want to wear this every day. It's so pretty. But yeah, so this is my hair. I hope you guys like my haircut. It's not like too short. Like, she didn't make it too short on me. Honestly, this is like exactly what I wanted, is just a trim and just to have a little bit of shape to my hair. And she didn't really take too much off. I think she only took like this much off. I think my hair was like around here. And she took like quite a bit off, but not too much. I just wanted a trim, and I just wanted a little bit of a shaping, and I think she did a great job. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. But yeah, this blush, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to fix it. Like, I don't want to apply more because I feel like it's not really going to do much, and it's not really like a huge deal. I mean, it did end up being more pigmented around now. Like, I feel like it looks better on my skin, but I feel like it kind of took away from the bronzer and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this Makeup and Chill Fridays. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. I feel like my breakouts are kind of showing through too. I probably should have applied a little bit more concealer, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is because I don't want them to not heal properly. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go. Bye.